Okay, cool. So, tell me what you thought about the. We just watched the Studio Killers 404 pilot, and we have some thoughts on it. So, tell me your thoughts. What did you think of the pilot?
Um, it was kind of everywhere, and uh, there were some parts I really liked, but it was just really incoherent. And yeah, it was fun, but it was a bit hard to follow.
Yeah, I think the pacing was everywhere. I liked it. It was very quirky, but the pacing was just everywhere. There weren't enough character moments in it for me, right? There was a lot of characters, and in the pilot generally, you should have character moments to, develop the characters. We got to know Cherry, and she's like the leading girl, so that's good. We got to know a bit of Jeff. He's supposed to be a throwaway character, especially at the end. But glad he's sticking around, I guess. That yellow ball. I'm guessing she doesn't have very much depth, but she's like kind of a goofy, wild character, like animal mascot friend. And then we got Jenny just a tiny bit, at the end. And that just, like she was there. She was like barely there for the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We
as
got more characterization of like the porn girl.
Oh yeah, Pornica was her name. I mean, she seems like a cool villain. A little on the nose though. I know what they're trying. That's another thing though. Speaking of, what they're trying to say, there was too many. It's like they shoved as many messages as they could into one thing, into the pilot. You know, like
Yeah.
the anti-piracy thing, and internet being cluttered with shit posts and stuff. Um, just too many messages in the pilot, which I guess it's up to personal preference because all types of media talk about different issues and such. But I guess pilots generally should be more about world building and stuff. We did get a lot of randomness, and back to the pacing, it was everywhere at first, but then it got very it kind of stabilized as it went on. Like I think the pilot
Yeah.
got better as it went on, but it was really rocky at a start, and then it kind of it was a little wild, a little everywhere. There were so many moments. Like there was charm to it, but there were so many moments where I'm just like, what? You know?
Yeah. I like the music.
Yeah, the music was good, but then again, they're the Studio Killers, not these Studio Killers.
Yeah.
Sorry, Studio Killers, and the music's always good. I'm a big fan of Studio Killers, and yeah, I know you are too. And of course, the music's good. And the visuals were nice. I thought the visuals were very nice. Like it was a good looking show for the most part. Um,
Yeah.
But I think it's just the story content is where it was lacking for me. Yeah, so those are my thoughts pretty much. Anything else that you have to say?
Um, I don't know. I just keep thinking about the porn girl and her look. I really like her look.
Looks really cool, but what are they trying to say with her being like? Is it like don't be horny or something? Is that like I assume it's
I
trying to
don't
be a
know.
message or something because of how there were a ton of other messages in there too. But I
Yeah, but the
Pornica.
studio killers are kind of horny in general, though.
Well, yeah. So like, if we go back to Ode to the Bouncer, you've seen
Yeah.
that the first ever official release
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Um, it was like a good combination of like lust and aggression, right? It was.
Yeah.
It was. I believe it was talking about how nightclubs discriminate against certain groups of women or something like that. But
Yeah.
that they always put messages in. Well, so, I don't know if they always do, but they put messages in their music, and usually it's just one point, and it's like, wow, this really, you know, the point is comes to me, when I hear this piece of music, and then here it's like, oh, just a bunch of messages. Where's the plot? So I guess if we took away, you know, this is probably gonna be a flimsier point, but if we take away the filler and such, we get kind of like a what 10-second plot. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
I I guess that's all I have to say for about this. You know, it wasn't very long. It
Yeah.
was 11 minutes. It was their first pilot, and it was not exactly what I was expecting. I was a little worried for it. I'm hopeful for the next one, and I'm gonna see every episode as it comes out. But basically, yeah. What is wrong with my character's tongue? Anyway, yeah, no. Basically, I'm I'm hopeful for the series, but I just think it's getting off to a rocky start. Rockier than normal, you know? So,
Yeah.
hopefully people like it enough to warrant them making more. Yeah. Personally, I give it a like a 5.7 out of 10, which may sound a bit harsh, but we'll see how things go. May take a while, but yeah, I'm glad they managed to do it. First pilot. Woo!
Woohoo!
Perfect. Such enthusiasm. I love it. All right, so those are my closing remarks. Anything else from you?
um, I think I'm good. I think you got all the points.
Yes, my critique. All right, cool. Well, peace out.